Are you guys able to look at the screen? You're able to hear my audio? Everything is fine? Oh, good evening everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Now, US market has opened. Now we'll start looking at the data, market sentiment. Then we will decide if there is any trade opportunity. We will look into it. All right. S&P 500 0.4%. S&P 500 has opened with a negative situation itself. This was closing of Wednesday and market has opened with a bigger gap down. So little bit negativity is there, 0.38%. And Dow Jones, they're saying it's a bit positive. I'm not sure. Still Dow Jones, it takes a bit of time to show the data. But as per S&P 500, if I go, market sentiment at this point of time is bearish. What I can notice right now is in S&P 500, in BTC, when market opened negative, here a bit of negativeness we could see here. Okay, let's say market gave a breakdown here. People would have entered to trap them little bit. Correction market has done. Here one trend line is there and here one trend line is there. So this zone and all is acting as support and resistance level for the market. So in the comment section, just let me know what is your view about the market. What do you think is the next probability? S&P 500 as of now, it's kind of negative, but immediately after market open, based on that only, we cannot go look for trades. So little bit careful if we get any. Here also 618 level support market is thing. This area is a strong support. Okay, this is where market pulled and it's holding on to that range. Means as long as that zone breaks, for us a little bit confidence will be low to look for bearish trade. Maybe initially market can move up also to remove weak players in the sideways market. Later it can correct. So we'll look into all those and then decide. Don't forget to like the live stream, traders. Also mention what is your view about the market in the comment section. This is about BTC. I'll switch to 5 minutes time frame here. All these drawings I'll remove. Market is in a range bound situation here. In Delta Exchange, if you see, this trend line is acting as a resistance. This trend line is kind of acting like support. So market is still in a range itself. Now breakdown, anyone entered market to trap them. Like here, one market would have given breakdown, right? To trap them immediately, quick reversal, again breakdown. Anyone entered here to trap them, again one momentum. So trapping is what is happening in the market right now. This upper range is there. We'll mark that and keep. At the lower end, this area can be the supporting zone. Meanwhile, I'll look into other charts also. Ethereum, Sol, everything I'll look at simultaneously. Not just BTC, others also have to, if it can say the direction of the market, it will be better for us to decide the sentiment. S&P 500, Ethereum already, it has given a breakdown, but breakdown has failed. A big wick it has done, cleared all the people. Now I'll go to here, ETH. If I refresh this page, in ETH, what you can see here, I'll remove this drawing. This trend line, market is respecting, and here we have a trend line. Market is given a breakdown. Now it's kind of going for a retest. Retest up to what zone it can go. It can go up to this zone also, or usually this trend line area can be rejection area. So how it behaves here, we need to wait and see and then decide. Let's not hurry. We're waiting for this range to break. Not sure bullish or bearish for today. Okay. Ethereum breakdown, retest. This is retest zone. Looking at this breakdown, anyone would have entered means, or market here, anyone had taken support means. You can see this is a big wick. In this wick, it has removed some players, weak players, who entered near the support. So what it does, little bit cautiously only, we have to see. JSR, good evening. Welcome to the live stream, sir. Hi, sir. I'm in Ethereum short from 330. Is the view still bearish, or shall I book my profits from yesterday? You are near 3,300. 3,300 is a good area. So for you, ideally, it should not be a problem. Only if market is very strongly bullish, if it goes, it might go up to 3,000. It can give a breakout here and it can correct. Okay. So that is one thing you need to keep in mind. But at this point of time, it's too far. So if you've already made profit, you can book it. That's your decision. Anything interesting I'm seeing means nothing. Confusion is there in the market. Only as of now, I can see trendline breakdown, retest, but this wick is too strong. Will market continue the downside move? We have to wait and see. BTC range, it has given a breakout. Sellers continuously here, sellers are pushing the market towards the downside. So this zone, if seller doesn't enter, maybe one breakout and then failure, they can enter. That is what is looking like the situation right now. Confusion is there in the market because throughout the day it was in a range bound situation. Now directly which side it will break, after trapping only it can break. Sir, at 4 p.m. if I sell put and call, instead of 4, you look at 5 o'clock. 5:30 expiry happens, right? But 5 o'clock, if you capture a proper premium setup. I was working on a strategy around 5 o'clock, how to work. It was giving good results, but later, because of the volatility, there was some problem. So I did not do that. But 5 o'clock, you can test and see. First do paper trading and see, sir. So chart analysis for both Indian market and crypto market is same or different? See, I look at the market based on price action and stop loss hunting. Okay. So price action stop loss hunting is a universal concept. In that instance, if you see the setups what I follow in crypto market, same logics only I use, but crypto market volatility is high. So for that, different kind of zones we have to identify, those kind of things and all is there. So fine tuning is required. I can say around the concept wise 60 to 70% it is same, but the way of execution is where a lot of things change. That is why the course what I've done and I've shared in crypto group also, it is specially designed for crypto community members. So that setup, even the concept is same, the way how I use it in Indian market versus crypto market is different. Nifty today, your pre-market analysis, very nice. Okay. During market also analysis I had discussed. Today I don't know, like majority of the things, whatever we followed, the same thing only happened in the market. After me seeing 25 5,840 will be the zone. From there again bullishness came, market gave a good momentum. Later it closed at the same range itself, but after correction. I was not there in front of the system to look into all those things, but before going only I had discussed. What is this status here? A trend line breakdown, retest. The zone market is kind of trying to hold also. That is there. In BTC situation is looking a bit different. It has again come to this trend line resistance only. When people know already this zone is there, correction continuously is happening in the market, means again at this zone maybe like it will look like 50-50 chance it will correct, again it will give off a pullback, like that situation will be there. So when everyone is entering bearish trade here, it's not making sense for me to look for bearish trade, because one reversal also possibility is there. Nasdaq is strongly down, S&P 500 also is strongly down. So here what we can do is, see, it gave a breakdown here again. It's nothing great is happening. Have you told that, sir, if buyer zone and seller zone? See, repeatedly I'm saying we'll look into a lot of data and then decide this area can be there. What is the reason for that sudden lower spike? See, sudden lower spike in Indian market, for me, based on psychology, I went. Initially, there was a market corrected in Nifty, right? And we knew that was the buyer zone. If buyer holds the zone, he can push. After that sudden spike in the market was because there's no other stop loss hunting. Some people were saying there's positive news in the market can be bullish, but that moment already initial only they did off, right? So maybe when news came out, or since there is no other stop loss hunting level on top, when everyone was bullish about the market, it wanted liquidity. So again it came down and buyers re-entered the market after removing weak players, then again momentum towards the upside. That is how I see. Usually that market, if it wants to move up directly, it will not move, right? It will go remove weak players, again it will come for fair price value, like that only moment can happen. So that is why a pullback I was waiting for. That moment we got in, we captured that moment, and then again reversal moment also we were able to look into it. How do we trade gold? And we can't trade gold in India. In MCX there is, to a certain extent you can do, but I personally do investment in gold. I don't trade in gold. What traders here only, market is holding. I said no, in BTC at this zone, considering this area as resistance, people are entering, but too much movement it cannot do is what I am thinking at this point of time. Even though US market is negative, little bit confusion crypto market can create for us. Only later it can move towards the downside is what I'm thinking. So directly at this zone, I don't want to take any bearish trade. Problem only is the sideways range. How much sideways market is, you see. In BTC, I discussed this zone is the support. Market came to support. And from the support, it's not moving up. It's just trading in range. ETH I had discussed support and resistance. What I said, I gave support. In support, I had mentioned already market had broken that level. I said this is the support zone, but now it can act as resistance. Market is not able to break that zone itself. So a little bit, nothing great I'm able to see only at this point of time. What would happen to my position if I had active trade during that spike? Depends during that spike which direction you have taken. Either you would be in profit, you would have seen profit situation. If you had kept stop loss or anything as such, there's a chance stop loss would have hit. In case the spike is too much, Usually there is estimated liquidation zone, right? So near that zone, if market goes up to that zone, if the spike is big, then of course automatically system would have closed your position. So for trading Nifty, we check Bank Nifty also. If I trade in Bank Nifty, should I check Nifty? Definitely. See, in our stop loss hunting masterclass course, advanced stop loss hunting masterclass, in that I have discussed how to parallelly look at both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Both, work together. How looking at Bank Nifty chart we can take trades in Nifty, how looking at Nifty chart we can take trades in Bank Nifty. I've clearly explained with a lot of videos. So long wick downward shows that SL at 8 p.m. shows towards downside. Bearish trade can be. Bearish trade only, even I want to take traders, but that zone only market is trading. I told no, here breakdown, retest, after that correction can come. I was discussing about all that, so little bit I would have taken entry here. That's fine. Here one chance was there. Usually the sideways market, when market gives a breakout, no, immediately I don't prefer to trade. Hey bro, how are you? Hi Adrian, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well also. So, bearishness is there, breakdown, retest. We will beat traders. Conviction is kind of low on either side. INR USD, I don't do forex trading, even though views and all I can share with you guys, but personally forex trading I don't do because it is illegal to do it in India. So little this zone I will consider as an important range. Moment was good. This zone I'm marked and kept because I just want to observe right now this zone how market behaves. If buyers are entering here without reaching the zone, are buyers entering here? From here, will they push the market towards the upside? I want to have a look at that. That is why I marked this. So when market is coming like this, right, on downside, looking at this candle and all, rather than taking, we need to see if this buyer is trying to enter here or not. If he puts pressure in the market here, again one pullback can come. If I enter bearish trade here, I will get into trap situation. So to avoid that, my idea is to wait and just observe how market is performing in this area. BTC correction. I discussed one zone in BTC here. This zone, right? So BTC is near this zone. Now as long as BTC doesn't go below this zone, looking for bearish trade doesn't make sense. Let it be the correction whatsoever, but this is an important zone in BTC. Okay, simultaneously I'll look at ETH also. ETH, it is holding on to this zone. I don't know if buyers will definitely enter here or not, but how strong the buyers are there also, little bit confusion is there. But I'm sure as long as this zone doesn't break strongly, looking for bearish trade will be a bit tricky situation. It's too weak. INR is recovering. INR to recover, how much export have they done, traders? I don't know. It is maybe either they'll be selling dollars, okay, US dollars they would be selling to hold on our currency in a range. Or apart from that, I don't see any reason, or our rupee value at this point of time is at the lowest point itself. Artificially they are holding or not, that I'm not sure. I'll turn off the screen for 2 minutes. Okay, we'll just look at the setup. So Bitcoin will also reach to the US news like crypto current. You mean to ask news like current? People in the US during New York session, right? They trade in a lot of instrument. During that time, you can see crypto market also making positive movement, and gold also and other things. Okay, this zone market is broken. So here, if breakdown is given, it's fine. Ethereum is holding on, not holding. I have to switch to 1 minute time frame now. News market has broken this zone, so bearish position as of now. I'm just thinking if market sustains below this zone, then bearish trade I will be taking. Okay, maybe placing stop loss somewhere here. Now this 1 minute candle, what happens we will see. After that we will decide, because closing we have not got below this zone, so little bit waiting is better. Okay, 1 minute done. Okay, see quickly here a reversal is coming now. So if it sustains, then I will be taking bearish trade. Okay, I can see selling pressure. I've taken bearish trade here. That is quickly, it is kind of coming traders. Anyways, stop loss will be small. Let market break the zone. Those who want below this zone, if it goes, you guys can enter. Now for safety, I will put the stop loss for this trade. This is the stop loss. I was waiting for market to break this zone. Kind of broken. Quickly it is showing one recovery candle. So I'm considering this area as a little above the zone. I've kept the stop loss. I've taken the entry. Now you guys also can consider below this zone. If market is broken this zone only, then little bit momentum towards the downside is possible. Now that it is gone below that zone, momentum possibility is there. Let it go. Let me see. Target for this trade. Next target only is that previous 3102 level. So let's say I go here 3102 update. This zone is my target, is what I have decided. Short trade. This is the stop loss and this is the target. This is the plan. If we get a moment, we'll get nice moment. If the zone breaks, if it traps also, buyers are kind of who try to push the market here, they have given up. So expectation is it might go until the support. Sudden spike and all can come in until what level? Because of getting scared of sudden spike, we can't keep stop loss here and all. Reasonable stop loss is here. For that good risk reward ratio I'm getting for the treatments, I'll just go as per that. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll just go and have a look at BTC. What is it doing? BTC has broken the low. It is showing some sentiment. Oh, very strong. Very strong. Very strong. BTC. 39,200. The setup market took the SL. Let this setup be as it is. I'll go back and 39,200 zone. Is it right? 39,160. 39,160. Where is it? Here. This zone is there. This area is a crucial area. I've just marked the zone also and kept. Here what has happened is market came, it took my stop loss. After taking stop loss, it is showing a bit of bullishness. I can see in BTC little bit it gave a breakdown. I'll show that here. Simultaneously when I was looking at BTC, I got to see this. BTC gave a breakdown here. Quickly for trapping, it has moved towards the upside. But bearishness only, strength is there in the market. So one important zone is there. If that zone breaks again, I will think about re-entering the trade. The zone in BTC is 89,160. Okay. If market goes below that zone, again I'll be taking one bearish trade is what I'm thinking. Spike was a bit sudden only. Again momentum. For crypto and all, a new strategy already I've shared in the group traders. So based on that strategy only, I'm taking the trade also. Now BTC, will it break that zone? 89,160. If it breaks only, good momentum we can see. 89,160. We will wait traders. BTC is not showing proper confirmation, no? Little above this only, it places the stop loss. It has taken that and it's coming. But now little bit conviction is low because 89,160, 160, 180. If market breaks, then better it will be for us. Until then, confusion. Let me look at Soul also simultaneously. Soul at what zone it is? Soul also is somewhat near buying pressure zone only. So little bit trapping it is creating both the side. So at this point of time, we will just wait again. Here only I should have tried. I missed out on that. If I would have taken that, I would have been in better situation. That's okay. As long as BTC and all go below important zone, difficult to say what it wants to do. Breakdown, right? One more attempt we can try, but again same situation we will be there. Only based on Ethereum, if I go 20 points only is the risk. BTC is not breaking important zone traders, so that is one concern for me to not enter. Time is what, 8:30? Another little more time. New strategy in crypto market or Indian market? For Indian market only, you are asking that I'm working on a strategy I will share. I said no, that one, right? That one is for Indian market. BTC, come on. BTC is holding the lower zone, means for me, good. I did not take a re-entry here. Simply, if that was just a trap for attracting people, then I go for that trade. Proper trade only I will wait for. Already one stop loss I took here traders. The risk reward calculator was just there. Who's coming live now for them, I'm saying. How much pullback can this do? Selling pressure was here. It moves up a little bit up to the zone. What it does, we can see. During that time also, BTC has to show some negativity. BTC, if I see this zone, it's not breaking. It's holding on to the upper zone, means little bit trapping can happen for anyone taking bearish trade. So should I take a call trade here? No. Near the zone, if it was showing strength, means I would have taken call. Without reaching that zone only, quickly if it is starting to recover, entry only did not get triggered. So that is what is the issue of not taking the bullish trade. Choppy market. Sir, your view about 9 and 15 EMA strategy for Indian market. See, basically, I'm not using any indicators to trade. I know some people keep using all the indicators and trading. Based on that, they might get good results also. I have personally not back tested 9 and 15 EMA. But what I can tell you is strategy, whatever you are following, if you follow with the rules, small stop loss, bigger target, if you plan and you see success rate of 50%, 60% also, that strategy is more than sufficient. Okay, so you don't have to have a 80%, 90% success strategy. So risk management only is more important than the strategy. And certain, when strategy triggers entry, without thinking too much also, you need to take trade. That is also one more thing. So here Ethereum is moving up. BTC also pull back. 50%, 60% correction in BTC. Trapping is happening both the side. We'll see how market survives this zone. Ethereum, this zone is important. How it behaves at the zone. Ethereum, it is giving one sell signal, and BTC, let me quickly see BTC also. BTC also somewhat pressure zone, I can see it right now. So if market corrects, maybe at this zone it can correct. Chances is kind of 50-50. Waiting for candle closing would be better decision. Let me see. 90,200. 90,200, how it behaves in BTC, I will see. and then take a call. Rather than Ethereum, why not try BTC? I'm thinking. Ethereum kind of seller is not showing interest. That is fine. Still BTC has to come to seller zone. In BTC, when seller zone comes, Ethereum also is showing pressure from seller zone, means one entry maybe we can get in the market. BTC should not go above 90,200 and it should not sustain above that. Okay, if that happens, we can see some sellers pressure. So if selling pressure comes, then we can kind of take entry. 90,200. Problem is, same time I go look at different chart, if I get entry I'll miss it out here. So I'll see 90,200 this zone. We'll take this zone, okay, in BTC. It should not go above that. If it gives a breakout also, it should quickly start showing bearishness. If that happens in BTC, then maybe in Ethereum also I can get one bearish setup. We'll get ready, okay. If we get ready, then if any sentiment as per the view, if I get setup, stop loss around 15 to 18 points, target, I can target a bigger target. So this is the ideal plan. So BTC, fine, BTC is not showing pressure. So let me quickly enter an ETH. I placed an entry here, bearish trade. Now for this trade, sometimes BTC will create some problem before it reaching the zone only if I enter. Trigger, this is the stop. What the heck is that? Copy the price, paste it here. Sorry, this is the stop loss. So I've taken entry. I'm at cost to cost. So if market moves down, I can capture a decent momentum towards the downside. Little bit buffer more I have given not placing stop loss here is because BTC 90,200 level, it is not tested. So if it goes to test that level, then only if selling pressure comes, BTC might correct. So along with that, if I have to take the trade, I have to wait for it. I have to give that buffer, right? That is the current situation. So why don't you use split screen? I don't know. I am using dual screen. Right, in one screen I'm looking at a BTC simultaneously, but for live I'm using only one screen. And one more thing is, in live I'm doing portrait live as well as horizontal live. So what will happen is, for people, they will not get to see the right setup. So if I use split screen, which one to look at, which one to share, people will get confused. So that is one thing. BTC moving towards 90,200. I'll tell you, traders, if BTC reaches the seller pressure zone, that is the area where little bit pressure we can see in BTC. So 90,000, 160, Before BTC give that moment bigger spike, I don't want. That is the only thing I'm waiting for. 132. So much time it's taking. Now if BTC reaches 90,200, right? 90,200. After that, if there is any selling pressure there, if BTC corrects, Ethereum also can correct nicely. For Ethereum already this seller, this was kind of an entry zone, so I've taken entry here only so that I don't miss out on the setup. The risk also is kind of okay for the reward that I'm getting. So in that case, just waiting for BTC's confirmation. If BTC confirms, it will be good. $90,170, 180. I think little bit buffer I have to give here. BTC strongly, it should not give a breakout here. Almost there, seller's activation zone. So in this trade, actually what little bit I can do is little bit if I change the stop loss on top and add little more quantity and BTC corrects from this zone, more bigger momentum we can expect. Only if sellers are strong, of course. My hope is that sellers will enter. If they enter, big momentum towards the downside should come. BTC almost reached that zone. Just 90,186. Little bit before sellers re-entry zone only, BTC shown some correction. It might move little bit more towards the upside. Oh, 25 more seconds. BTC is there in such a zone where sellers have to enter. If they enter, here we can see good momentum traders. BTC just 10 points before selling pressure zone only, BTC is showing correction. If that is the case, if it falls also, for me it is fine. It is even better, I can say. So now we have come to cost to cost. Great trades today in Nifty, sir. Entered all the trade you entered and got nice reward. Okay, good. Those of you watching the live stream, please support the channel by liking the video. It motivates me also to make regular videos for you guys. And I try my best to explain price action and stop loss hunting concept in as simple way as possible so that even beginner can understand. If you just stay in the live stream and stick to us for let's say 1 month, 1.5 months, a lot of concept, at least I try my best to explain one important concept to you on a daily basis. So something will be there to learn. So if you're interested, you can subscribe also and support the channel also by liking. 4 points. Last time it missed out on 4 points. Now one come to 190, 200. Right now exactly BTC is near sellers decision zone. If sellers think about entering the market, it will be good. Exactly. Now this is the make or break candle. If BTC sellers doesn't enter here, I will also get into trouble. But if they enter, then smooth momentum towards the downside is possible, is what is my understanding. We will see what happens. Sellers not entering as of now. At least candle closing should be lower than 90,180. $90,180. 10 seconds more. Hopefully sellers start quickly putting pressure now. Sellers not putting pressure. Candle is holding. Candle is holding, traders. This is the zone. I've given the buffer also. Everything from my end I have done properly. Only now BTC also should show some bearishness. It's holding on. $23 seconds more. Proper entry. I expected BTC to put pressure near 90,200 zone. They did not put. They're trying to hold the market. So BTC is moving up, in ETH also it's kind of moving up itself. Fine. Let the trade be as it is. Little bit trapping both the side they're doing. That's not under my control right now. BTC has broken important zone, means little bit the setup to work out, it is difficult. Now if it gives me moves towards the downside, it is my luck. That's all I can say. My expectation from the little bit from the upper level only, it should have corrected. Sellers did not participate then. Now will they enter or not? It's become a 50-50% chance setup. BTC now, even though it is near the resistance, after continuous upside move, it might chance is low. Chance is kind of low now. This previous resistance, only one thing is there for BTC right now. Correcting here only. Expected it to show bearishness here at this zone. It did not show. Now near resistance it is showing. I don't know how well that will work out. For that to work out, it is difficult only now. If it works out, it is luck only, I can say. Because my logic failed on top only based on resistance. If market is correcting, luck based only momentum I got, I can say. Any offer discount for all-in-one bundle course in the app. See, anyone who joins the course, they get 1 month free access to crypto a private Telegram group. So that only is a benefit. You can consider it that way. I'm there is a, our team will look into all those things about offers and all. Maybe for Christmas, something like that, I can ask them to look into it. Now the setup for me, it is looking like 50-50 because Ethereum broke the seller zone. The seller did not show strength here. BTC exactly from resistance, it's creating double top and it is correcting. That means BTC has a chance of moving up also. So it is creating confusion here. Proper areas market did not correct. So I can say sellers did not enter. So BTC again DSI to trap people. This also will take my stop loss is what I feel. Almost there. Maybe correction later point of time it can come is what I feel. Now it will take off the stop loss. Setup did not. See, why the setup failed, I'll tell you. This is BTC chart. Here, without the seller is here. The seller is supposed to re-enter the market. He showed pressure. At the breakdown, anyone enters means to trap them little bit momentum. After removing, if the seller is strong, he has to re-enter. What happened was I took trade in Ethereum near the selling zone because there I got signal. But BTC, here correction, but it is not coming to this zone. When it came to this zone and it was starting to hold the zone, then only I decided, okay, the probability of the setup is reducing because this seller is not giving up in the market. As long as this seller doesn't give up, then next the seller's stop loss to hunt only, market will move up. Okay, based on this logic only I said, okay, there is a high chance that market can hit the stop loss. Here little bit here near this buying zone also. Here what happened, here I thought about looking for bullish trade only, but bullish trade it did not give us signal. Market broke the zone. When it breaks the buyer's zone, then there is a chance of downward continuation. Here also kind of trap it did. What is happening is Ethereum is doing extra movement compared to Bank Nifty. Ethereum is ready to fall, but Ethereum is ready to fall. I'm saying Bank Nifty, you see. BTC is not ready to fall. It wants to hunt the stop loss on top. That is what was happening in the market, is what now I'm getting to understand. So based on BTC, if I take the trade, things would have been a bit better. Live over, I have to see one last setup. It's gone. Both the side hunting is done. Now direction only market has to decide. Here also breakout, removed all the players. US market is kind of still in negative territory. Ethereum I'll look at. S&P 500, if I look at it right now, if it moves up, maybe it can move up to 6,000. This zone, up to this zone it can move up. Ethereum, sorry, S&P 500, after reaching this zone there might be some pressure. Along with that, will this market also fall? We have to see. partially. So what I will do right now, I'll remove all these drawings. Let me keep the chart clean because that was for the last setup. This setup, any view if I'm getting, I will look into the trade. This zone is the base. I'll wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes more traders. If I get the setup, fine. If I don't get any setup at this point of time, I will avoid taking trades. Very good week for me. Yesterday 3,200, today $2,400 on BTC and 32K on Nifty. Good, sir. Good. Exchange happy today. On what basis you tell that's an important zone? Just 5 minutes back, I had informed the seller, if he's strong, he might think about re-entering here. Market, when it was sideways, directly if it had tested that zone, more selling pressure could have come. Here, seller did not show too much strength. He gave up. So to trap him also, market has gone up. Now this, you can see, this is a consolidation phase. Apart from that, there is no other pressure, and Sol is big. S&P getting very close to that zone. Okay. Usually after breakout, no, the stop loss hunting market can come down. But looking at this buying pressure, if this buyer is strong also after pullback, he'll push the market up. That one issue I can see right now. So directly I can't take any trade at this point of time. Here also trend line breakout, trapping, correction. Very bad week for you. For me, Indian market was very good. Crypto market, because I was traveling, I had other things and all, I did not look into it. But now I have to start focusing more on crypto also, evening. Now what is the possibility? Breakout, retest. US market sentiment is negative, that we have understood. Apart from that, crypto market is not going along with US market right now. But at some point of time, after trapping, after creating confusion, both can go in sync. For example, what I feel is, okay, this zone is there in S&P 500. If it moves up, if it starts to show selling pressure, and Nasdaq, let's say Nasdaq, we will see. Nasdaq also is negative, but it has space. There is gap here to fill the gap. Before reaching the gap only, market can go up to this zone. If Nasdaq decides to move up, then setup will be a bit of problem. But if S&P 500 reaches the zone, shows bearishness, crypto market also shows bearishness, means momentum towards the downside is something we can expect. Now understanding is, as long as BTC ETH is moving along with BTC right now. So what I feel is focusing on BTC might be a bit better. And if we go to BTC chart, here this zone is there. If BTC corrects, maybe maximum how much it can correct, it might come back to this zone. To take buy trade also, at least a decent correction if market does, that is kind of better situation. Here and all randomly buying doesn't make sense. I have, if market moves up also, I don't know what is the logic for it to move up. At least trapping here, these people, it has to move a bit lower only. Nothing great looking at the only confusion it is creating, more of a confusion today, confusion day. Sir, are you seeing 1% margin of your 1% margin? See, I'm not calculating so much capital. Let's say I have bought in around 2 lakh rupees. Once that 2 lakh is over, again I'll bring in 2 lakh. Like this 5 times I will do. Okay. So till now, whatever I have bought in only, I have not this one net to net things have been okay only for me. This nothing is seeming interesting, no traders. Market corrects also. What zone is it holding here? 50% correction. This and all is not that important for me. If it moves up, let it move, but I don't know. As of now, conviction is low. Only levels what I want. Market is not coming to those zones. If BTC, let me tell you what are the zone. In this zone, maybe if it might go up, but I'm not sure. But if it goes also, I'm not interested to take any bullish trade. If market comes here, this buyer has to show strength. See, if market is moving up, how it will move? Higher lows, higher highs, like this only, right? So this buyer and all has to get one proper re-entry point. Without proper re-entry point and all, if we just take entry at random. So here, let's say I take a bearish trade. Market comes to this zone. Here, maybe I can decide to book my profit. Only issue is sudden spike means will come. That is why on top I have to keep the stop loss. If I do that, I will not get proper risk reward for my trade. See, that kind of issue I will face. So it looks like our strategy hasn't been working well recently. So do we need to? You're saying strategy is not working. In this week alone, I can see my strategy working so well. It has given very good results also. Only thing is I was not in the position of this one, but based on this strategy, it has given very good results. If see, ideally what you need to understand is strategy minimum you have to give it 3 to 6 months. Okay, after sitting in this market for more than 6 to 8 months, more than that, 9 months, that strategy we have developed, that strategy probability is, let's say, 50 60, at least 65 to 70% probability is there. So based on that strategy, whenever you set for bigger targets, the returns is immense. Okay, the strategy is working perfectly. You just show me where it is not working. So sometimes, yes, confusion can come, traps can happen. When market is sideways for so long, both the side trapping can happen. That is there. If strategy, if it is not, I am looking at the strategy day in, day out. So if it is not working, I will let you know. It's working great as of now. So nothing great as of now, nothing great. But market has a little bit space to move towards the downside. This momentum is what, 400 450 points. If to capture 450 points, at least stop loss should be here. So risk reward will not sit properly, traders. If risk reward is not sitting properly, why enter? Better to avoid the things. Here also space is there to move till this zone. Both the things, space is there. Maybe one small position should I do? But stop loss has to be very small for this. That stop loss hitting chance is there. If I enter here, it will be like random entry. Only logic I have is there is space for market to move up, move down, but for this stop loss has to be somewhere here, which I'm not ready to give. So only stop loss up to this zone I can give and try. See, by the time I say that, only it's either I'm not getting proper entry, or at this zone conviction is not there. Both the things are happening. Then what I will do, I will ignore, because in mind little bit confusion is going on. But for me, high probability is that it will come here. After pullback, will it come or directly it will come? That is a confused situation. After this zone, if more momentum towards the downside comes, then more possibility is there. I think as of now I will not take one more trade, because for me, where zones I want to enter, here I don't want to I feel okay, if movement comes, let it come, let me not enter. I'll leave it for now. After some time, when I find the setup, I will share that in the group. As of now, expectation is market will correct only, risk reward will not set properly, so I will close. Do you trade gold, sir? It's looking better. BTC has been zoned these 2 weeks. Gold we cannot trade as per the rules, so I don't want to. If there is rule, government is saying don't trade in gold, I don't want to do that. Cryptocurrency we can trade, so I'm trading in that confidently. I don't know, many people, what government is saying don't trade in gold, especially if you're staying in India, you're not supposed to do that. Maybe MCX is what you can trade, that's it. But still people prefer to trade in gold and currencies, all of those things you guys try to trade. But there is a chance that those brokers, whomever you're dealing with to trade in all those things, there is a chance, I'm saying, that's it, that your money can get locked up there. You're staying in Dubai, you're staying somewhere else, you're doing it, means fine. Without that, if you're doing it here, I feel it is a bit risky only, but I'm not sure. So for me, I don't want to do certain things whatever is against the rule, so I'll kind of avoid those things only. I feel avoiding trade only right now. Why forcefully look into a setup? This zone is there. At this zone, this buyer might enter. That possibility is there. If he gives up, last time it was like he gave up, but that setup failed. But if he gives up here only, next one momentum, as per my understanding, I'm seeing a possibility for that. Here and all, somewhat conviction I'm not getting to take trade. So why forcefully jump into one more trade? As of now, idea is to protect the capital. I'll do that. Later point, more conviction setup when I get, only I will share. Okay. This is my mindset right now. So I'll just leave it. Okay, this one has come to the zone. Quickly near the zone, it's giving pullback. Fine traders, I don't want to complicate things. If market goes below this zone, then maybe even if there is a support here, okay, if market goes below this zone, even if there is a support here, I'll take bearish trade. As long as market doesn't go below this zone, no bearish trade. BTC also view is somewhat same. Now this zone, we have this zone, okay. If market goes below this zone, gives a breakdown, retest shows continuation, means there's a possibility that it can go below this zone, okay. Because here, if buyer is giving up, then continuation towards the downside is possible. That is why this zone, what happens is very important. I'll wait for that. Once I get the setup, then only I will take trade. As of now, no trading setup as per my this one. So I'll kind of avoid any further details. I will share it in the crypto community group. I will avoid any trade right now. Okay. All right, traders, thank you for participating the live stream. If I had not taken one more trade, I would have waited. But I've taken a reasonable amount, 2 trades I've taken. Market is trapping means next exact zone when it comes only I will take trade. Okay. Any further details I will share it in the crypto community group. As of now, I'm closing the live stream. Okay. Alright traders, I hope you learned something new today. Before closing the live stream, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. Every day I come live around 8 o'clock. So if you're interested to learn price action, stop loss hunting in crypto market, you can do that. Also, there is a link for Delta Exchange in the pinned comment. If you open account with Delta Exchange, you get access to join our crypto community group where I teach my strategies to you, okay, for free of cost. You need to open account with Delta Exchange, complete 2 trades and message to the number that you are seeing on the screen. Then my team will guide you. Alright traders, thank you for participating. As of now, I'm not seeing any setup. Bearish setup below this zone in BTC, and in Ethereum also bearish setup below this zone. As long as this zone is holding, no need to look for any bearish trade. Okay, good night, take care. Any other details, I'll share it later.